Hi everyone, happy Move More Mondays. So today I'm just going to briefly talk about a couple of wrist and hand stretches. So a lot of us spend a lot of time sitting at a computer or reading books or driving a car, and we tend to neglect our hands, and they can get really tight and our wrists can get tight and things can bother us. So I'm just going to show a couple different stretches today that are pretty simple and straightforward. So you can do this sitting on the ground, standing, sitting in a chair, whatever is comfortable for you. You could probably even do it lying down in your bed. So we're going to start. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Do a quick check-in with your posture and take a deep breath. And then we're just going to start with some wrist circles. So you can hold your hands a little out to the side or in front of you. Just do some nice slow circles, getting the blood moving through your wrist, stretch through your fingers, and then reverse the circles. You don't have to push the range of motion of your wrist, just kind of do what's comfortable for you. And then after 3 or 5 or 8 in each direction, we'll go to the next thing. It might feel good to shake out your hands a little bit here. Okay, so next, take one arm out in front of you, make a fist, so your palm is going to start facing in, make a fist, and then bend your wrist. So your knuckles are now pointed, like if I'm using my right arm, my knuckles are now pointed to the left. Keep your right elbow straight, bring your other hand on top of your wrist and bend that elbow. This should give you a little bit of a stretch through the wrist and the top of your forearm. You can lower your arm a little if it feels a little tense in your shoulders. Take some deep breaths here. This is just kind of a passive stretch. Again, do whatever amount is comfortable for you. It doesn't have to be huge. If I press into my fingers, I get a little bit more of a stretch. It can be as much about stretching your fingers and hand as it is about stretching your arm. And then release it, shake it out. And then your other side, so now I'm going to do my left arm. Arm comes up, palm faces in or towards the right. Make a fist, bend your wrist so the knuckles point to the right. Bring your right hand up and give a little bit of traction. So just a little pressure there to get the stretch, pressing into your fingers. You can lower your arms a little if you need to, keeping your core strong. Make sure you breathe. These can be kind of intense, stretching out the fascia and the muscle tissues and even your skin here. So make sure that you're being mindful of what feels appropriate for your body today. After a couple more breaths here, go ahead and release the stretch, shake out your hands, and then we'll just stretch the other way. So bring your hand up in front of you, pull your fingers back towards your shoulder. Try to get all of your fingers, including your thumb, and give it a nice little stretch. So this is here stretching my right arm. So the palm that's facing away from me is the one that's going to get stretched. Try to keep your elbow straight. Again, use whatever pressure is comfortable for you. See if you can get a stretch in all of your fingers and your palm. Really try to get those fingers stretched out rather than just pushing into your wrist. So we don't want to get too much pressure on the wrist here. Deep breaths, and then release, shake out your hand, and we'll finish with the other one. Bring your arm up, pull your fingers back towards your shoulder, hold on to all 5 fingers, and pull back. Getting that nice stretch through your fingers, through your hand, through your wrist. Deep breaths. Stretching out the skin and everything. Make sure it's a comfortable amount of pressure for you for today. And then release, shake out for a stretch. It can feel good to do a little bit of extra shaking out. Squeeze your hands to pump a little fluid through there. These are good stretches to do anytime throughout the day that you're feeling a little stiff. I sometimes use my steering wheel to stretch out my fingers if I'm feeling like extra tight when I'm sitting in the car. So I hope you learned something new, and I hope you continue tuning in for the Move More Mondays videos. Thank you. Have a great day.